Hey, what's going on, guys? Dan Edelman here with ROCKWOOL Insulation. Just wanted to kind of go through a couple of videos that I took. Actually, if you guys want, please follow me on my Instagram channel at Dan Edelman RW. That's going to be a lot more shorter videos, things like that. But today, you can see I'm in my office. So today, I actually wanted to go through the install Deconstructed from 6 years ago. So you could actually start looking at some of the differences of systems that I was doing 6 years ago versus what I'm planning on doing in the new edition on our home. So, what I'm going to be showing, the videos are again on Instagram format. So you're actually going to be seeing some of that part of this. So I'm going to start with basically from the ground up, some things to kind of note. Hey guys, so I get the question a lot about what I would do on my house, and I'll tell you what I actually did. So this was actually, I'll kind of step away so you can kind of see. This is the back of my house. I'm taking it apart now because we're adding on a little two-story addition right here. Just connecting, adding an office for myself, which will be really nice, and a fourth bedroom. But you could see what my assembly was. So this was actually plywood underneath. Then we had Henry Blueskin VP 100. I have Comfort Board 80, 2-inch, that's an 8.4. So some of the mistakes that I made that as I'm kind of pulling this stuff apart, I'm noticing, which again, nothing detrimental to the assembly, but that's the way that I cut around the pipes. That's the way that I taped around the pipes. So you can see I was kind of relying on just the Henry Blueskin to really seal around those. And over the years, they're loose. So they're gonna move around in that Henry Blueskin. You could also see another detail I didn't do quite right is that foundation to the WRB. So that's also something that I want to get a separate piece of tape across that. But you can see everything, and it all looks really pretty much like the day I installed it. First off, I saw zero bug infiltration, other than a few cobwebs, very small nests. I would be, I think, more concerned about more like the hornets, the wasps, than anything else. The next one is going to be kind of the base layer, the friction fit, just showing that it doesn't, shrink over time or expand with temperature changes. That's a big one. 6 years later, it's still just as tight as the day that I installed it, which is a great testament to the material itself. Being made out of rock, it's extremely dimensionally stable. Talk about a friction fit. So I've removed all screws on the very bottom row. So this is exactly only friction fit. If you see a screw that I missed, let me know, but I think it's friction fit. I'll actually give it a little pull. Oh yeah. There you go, and my really horribly taped, oh, no, I didn't horribly tape it. I did not tape it. The air barrier. Deconstruction continues. The next one, as I kind of move up to the second story, I was kind of pointing out some flashing details that you could actually see in this video right here. So yeah, guys, you could actually see this flashing detail a little better now. You can see it's on the incorrect side of the comfort board. So really it's supposed to be underneath and in line with the house wrap. So let me see if I could zoom out a little. So I can't move much, I'm on top of a roof. So back on where they actually had an additional flashing piece in front of the comfort board, they actually had it in the right spot from the original roof. So all that they really need to do is tape all the way across that seam. Now, some asked in my Instagram story about underneath the window, how there's only 3 inches of space. But really, if you think about it, and there were some poor flashing details, or I shouldn't even say poor, I should say just additional flashing details that really weren't even needed. It was extra material not really needed. Again, it may be belt and suspenders, some of you might think, and again, any water shedding is going to be helpful. So this was at the bottom of the detail. There was an extra layer of aluminum flashing. And you could see like that bottom underneath that low window, there was a lot of water that wasn't even getting close to that WRB. Mostly because of the vinyl siding, that's going to prevent a lot of the water, the bulk water, from actually getting behind there. And then there's also 2 inches of comfort board, so that's also an added security. But what I plan to do, I actually reuse the insulation. I am reusing the furring strips, and even some of the vinyl siding, the ones that are bigger cut, I'll have extra just in case the crew runs out of a little bit or whatever it might be. Came in, which I gracefully threw it off the roof and landed it in a pile. So if anybody else can do that, let me know. It's a skill, it's a talent, it's pretty cool. And then let's talk windows right now. So this is one of the probably the biggest questions I get. And after deconstructing my windows, I know they work. So what did I do to the windows to make them work? I think the biggest thing here, and actually check this video out first, just to show you the deconstruction of my window here. So just wanted to go over, I'm actually unbuilding it right now, so you can see what I did with my windows 6 years ago. You can see I basically just ran the comfort board right up to the flange. So you can see that's all open right there. Then what I did, I basically just started at the bottom and built a frame. So I did a 2x4. You can see what that 2x4 looks like after 6 years. It's no water, no moisture, anything was really accumulating to it. So you can just kind of see all the way around. And then on the top, I did do some, there's behind this comfort board, there is flashing tape and all that. So my drainage plane is actually behind the comfort board 80. So you can kind of see what that looks like. So, yeah, and then a little bit more on these windows details. So you can kind of see just J channel. There's a 2x4 behind here, furring strip next to it for the J channel, and the vinyl siding. And then you can see this is a 2-inch comfort board, 3/4 inch with a 2x4. Actually, I'm sorry, not 3/4 inch. So it's 2-inch comfort board and a 2x4 right here. So it really, honestly, in my opinion, it really doesn't look that bad. This is any window design. Again, flashing is in the wrong place though. Another thing that you could see is there's no rot, there's no moisture, there's no blacking or anything, no mold or mildew. There's many different ways to do these windows. This is just one particular way. This is also a nice way to allow your framing crew, whoever's installing the WRB in your window package, to still align the windows with that water barrier with your WRB, and then that way you're really just everything outboard of that is all cosmetic. So I think that's pretty much all that I have for today's video. Definitely hit the subscribe button. Make sure you're following me on Instagram as well, Dan Edelman RW. And until next time, rock on. So start to finish, we are done. I don't know, probably took 40 minutes, an hour. And I saved all the furring strips, a whole bunch of insulation. Got my younger son out here now. My older son was out here. And you can see the pile that I'm starting on top of there of recycled ROCKWOOL. Oh, I see a couple more furring strips now that I'm doing this video, so. Or a way for people, people can't fit into a rain screen, can they?